Hi, folks. I'm Dr. John Kongsvik, Director of TESOL Trainers, and at TESOL Trainers, we are all about empowering every educator to better serve the multilingual learners in their classrooms and schools. And if you're a K-12 educator looking for practical, powerful strategies that will set your English learners up for success, you've come to the right place. Be sure to visit www.tsoltrainers.com and explore our professional development offerings, especially our English Learner Institute. This is a transformational program that will help you take teaching and learning to the next level and beyond. Let's start today with a story. Picture Aurora. She's a fifth grade student who recently moved to the United States from Peru. She's bright, curious, and eager to learn, but she's also overwhelmed. Aurora struggles to follow her teacher's lengthy explanations, feels lost during group discussions, and often hesitates to participate because she's unsure of the words to use. Her teachers want to help, but they're not always sure of how to bridge that gap between what Aurora knows and what she's expected to learn. That's where the speak up approach comes in. These strategies are specifically designed to meet multilingual learners like Aurora where they are, address their unique challenges, and help them grow. The first step in this process is scaffolding our students into success. Imagine being in a classroom where everyone's speaking a language you don't fully understand. Now imagine being asked to write an essay or solve a complex math problem in that setting. It's daunting, right? Well, scaffolding provides students with manageable steps that help build their understanding. For Aurora, this means starting with sentence frames like, I think this means, or the answer might be during a class discussion. In order to scaffold her into being able to use these phrases with a little bit of confidence and a little bit of competence, the teacher may provide a few examples of how to use them, elicit some from the class, and ask students to practice with a partner before asking the English language learner to do it on their own. When we're able to break tasks into smaller, more accessible parts and gradually release that responsibility, students gain confidence and competence, and they stop seeing learning as some insurmountable mountain and start seeing it as a series of steps they can climb. Posting and reviewing key language is another powerful strategy. One of the biggest hurdles English language learners face is navigating academic vocabulary. Words like analyze, summarize, and hypothesize are critical within academia, but they're not part of everyday language. When teachers post these key terms and provide visuals and examples, it's really throwing that multilingual learner a lifeline. For instance, in Aurora's science class, her teacher makes a word wall with terms like precipitation, evaporation, and condensation, along with some pictures and explanations. During the lesson, the teacher frequently refers back to that word wall, helping Aurora connect the terms to the concepts. The teacher may also post examples of how to agree or disagree on the board. This simple act of visual reinforcement makes abstract ideas more tangible and builds Aurora's confidence. Another struggle English language learners face is staying engaged in lessons that move too fast or offer few opportunities for them to participate with the level of language they have. That's why engagement is so essential. When students are actively involved, they're learning. In Aurora's math class, for example, instead of a traditional lecture, the teacher incorporates movement by having students solve problems on large flip chart pieces of paper around the room. And as Aurora works with her peers, she's practicing using mathematical language in context. Additionally, Aurora's practicing listening and speaking with her peers, which helps solidify her grasp of English. Activities like this not only keep students engaged, but they also make learning collaborative and fun. Active listening is also crucial. And for English language learners, understanding the spoken language isn't automatic. It requires focused attention and lots of practice. In Aurora's reading class, for example, her teacher reads a story aloud and asks students to sequence the events using picture cards. This activity not only helps Aurora listen for details, it also reinforces her comprehension. By turning listening into an interactive task, teachers help students like Aurora develop a skill that's foundational for all learning. Checking for comprehension throughout the lesson is another game changer, teachers. Often we don't realize students are confused until it's too late. And for multilingual learners who might hesitate to ask questions, this is especially problematic. In Aurora's social studies class, her teacher uses a strategy called the muddiest point, where students jot down a concept they're struggling with the most. This gives Aurora a safe way to express her confusion and allows her teacher to address it before moving on. Frequent comprehension checks ensure no student gets left behind. One of the biggest challenges ELLs face is the need for repetition and varied ways to practice new skills. That's why it's vital to use a volume and variety of opportunities when we teach. I mean, the only student who gets it after one shot is the student who already had it. In Aurora's English class, her teacher has her students watch a video about ecosystems, discuss it with a partner, and then write a summary. This cycle of listening, speaking, and writing helps reinforce her understanding in multiple ways. Activities like gallery walks or role plays bring the lesson to life, making learning more effective and engaging. Finally, promoting oral language fluency is essential. After all, as I am fond of saying, if it comes out of the mouth, it'll come out of that pen. If it doesn't come out of the mouth, it's never coming out of that pen. Speaking builds confidence and unlocks other skills like reading and writing. For Aurora, this might mean practicing oral summaries after a reading assignment. Her teacher provides some sentence starters like, the story is about, or the main idea is. These structured opportunities to speak help Aurora find her voice, and it helps her become comfortable using academic language. Folks, the beauty of these strategies is that they're not just for multilingual learners, they benefit all students. But for students like Aurora, they are transformative. They can turn challenges into opportunities, and they can build a bridge from where students are to where they can go. So, as teachers, let's speak up. Let's scaffold everything, post key language and terms, engage everyone all the time, activate active listening, keep checking for comprehension, use a volume and variety of opportunities, and above all, do everything to promote oral language fluency. And by doing so, we empower students to succeed not just in the classroom, but in life. I'm Dr. John Kongsvik, and at TESOL Trainers, we're here to support you every step of the way. Visit us at www.tesoltrainers.com to learn more about how we can help you transform teaching and learning at your school. And don't forget to explore our remote English Learner Institute. It's a game changer for any K-12 educator who works with multilingual learners. Together, let's make every classroom a place where all students can find their voice. TESOL Trainers, we are your scaffold to success.